Hey guys, we're here in Salem for the day, so come along with me. Just arriving, you could really appreciate the fall colors. Look at this tree, how beautiful it looked. Salem is North America's unofficial Halloween capital. And when arriving, the first thing we noticed was this, which is the Witch Dungeon Museum, where they do live reenactments of the 1692 witch trials using historical transcripts, and they also do dungeon tours. Our first stop was the Bewitched Sculpture. So in 2005, the cable channel TV Land gifted this bronze beauty to Salem in honor of the show's 40th anniversary, which happened to film several episodes there. It is the perfect spot to take a few pictures. Afterwards, we walked around Essex Street, which is kind of like the main street that had like the most things going on. The Haunted Happenings festivals was going on. Look at all the lampposts, how cute they look with the figurines. And people were dressed in costumes. There's Joe Biden in one of these videos. So it was just pretty cool, like the experience of walking down the street and seeing all the displays and all the costumes. And the themed Halloween shops. It might not look over the top crowded on these videos because we were there a little bit earlier, but trust me, it does get over the top crowded. So make sure you reserve the things that you want to do in advance. We kind of stumbled our way into the witch trial memorials. You can just walk up to it and see it. People left flowers for the most part, but there were also like little owl figurines and stuff like that. It was interesting to see that actually not everyone was hanged. Some other people had other horrible ways, but it was just a very unique experience and something that you must do when you're visiting Salem. And one thing is that the fence, as you can see, it separates through the cemetery, and that cemetery is the oldest cemetery in Salem, if I'm not mistaken. It is free to visit, but you do need reservations in advance. You could just use like a QR code that's there. We were able to thankfully get same-day tickets, but just keep that in mind. And I believe that's only a thing during the month of October just because of all the traffic that they get. Charter Street Cemetery, also known as the Burying Point, has graves that date back all the way to 1630s. It's actually one of the oldest cemeteries in the whole country, and some of the judges involved in the Salem witch trials, as well as Revolutionary War victims, are buried here. There are so many gravestones. It definitely is a little bit eerie visiting a cemetery. There's so many different shapes, different sizes, and some of them are so old that you can't properly read what it says because it's been like washed off over time. But it definitely is witnessing history. So we saw this shop called Pentagram and decided to go in. I ended up doing a palm reading in a very spur of the moment decision, but I'm glad I did. I left there almost with a sense of renewed hope, so that was pretty cool. The shop itself had a huge selection of magic related books and things like spells, potions, and crystals. It was very on brand for Salem. As we walked out, there was this witch tattoo with a bunch of like kiosk around it, and it was just so cool to see all the Halloween stuff and even a smoke machine. So that feeling, seeing that, I was like, this is what I came for. It was just awesome. Around the corner here, we saw a sign that said that this shop called Salem Witch Village had one of the largest pumpkins in the world, so naturally we fled in and went to go see it. And it did not disappoint. This shop is just decorated in the most Halloweenish, most beautiful way. I definitely recommend you stop by and see it in person if you go to Salem. Like, this back room also had great decorations, and it's definitely worth the stop. It's just so cool. After that, we walked around a little bit more and went into other shops. The boutiques here were definitely Halloween focused. We got to see some shoes that definitely look witchy over here, and just like the moons, the prints, and everything. It was all giving Halloween, and we were here for it. Some really cute sweaters, as you can see. I tried recording a little bit so I could show you guys what I was talking about, but this was really cool. Next up is the Ropes Mansion, and this was Allison's house in the movie Hocus Pocus. It also has a beautiful garden that you can walk up to, and you can just walk in and roam it for free. I definitely recommend this stop, and just seeing the house is pretty cool. Something that I learned is that just the exterior of the house was used in the film, while the inside wasn't used. We got lucky that it wasn't packed when we went, so it was the perfect spot to just take a break and get some fresh air after a lot of craziness walking down the street. This is the Witch House. It was the home of Judge Jonathan Corwin, and it is one of the few structures still standing that has direct ties to the Salem witch trials of 1692. You have to purchase tickets in advance if you're visiting in October, but they are only $12. We also walked by Salem's first church, which was established in 1629. Afterwards, we headed to the Witch City Mall. And there was a bunch of themed shops there for Halloween, spooky vibes type of stuff. And then in the hallways, they had like these tables where they were doing psychic readings, and you could like openly see it. That was kind of cool. Other than that, we got Thai food there. I had the tomka soup and some Thai iced tea, and it was pretty good. The Lost Museum, or Gallows Hills, is home to a bunch of haunted artifacts, including some really creepy dolls. Honestly, my favorite thing had to be just walking down Essex Street. It felt like I was constantly discovering things, seeing people in costumes, which I have to say, people take it very seriously. It was really fun to see everyone dressed up, and just like the different displays that are set around the town in general, particularly that street where everything is decorated and over the top Halloween. So that was really cool for me to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thanks. Bye.